Go.
Good afternoon. My name is Brian Jackson. I live in Muskogee, Oklahoma with my family. I'm a motivational speaker. I'm 47 years old. I go into schools, churches, camps all over the country, do a program called I Believe. I try to get our youth, our people to believe in themselves. And basically that's what I am. That's who I do.
What do you like to do for fun?
What do I like to do for fun? 20 years ago I started in a little church in Wewoka, Oklahoma making balloon animals. I don't know if you've ever tried to blow up these balloons or not. But I love to make balloon animals. And unless you've tried that, you really don't understand how hard that is. But one of the things I use the balloons for is I try to show our people that if we allow ourselves to be molded, shaped, change direction in life, in a good positive way, even though sometimes we don't like what we're trying to do, we don't understand it, we might not agree with it, if we allow ourselves to be molded and shaped and change direction in life, there's no telling what we become. That's a balloon animal. I love making balloon animals. I love doing volunteer work. We're doing some stuff for Relay for Life. Last weekend I walked a mile in her shoes and 4-inch stilettos to raise money for Help in Crisis. Community work. Volunteer. Love it.
What's the record you want to break?
What is the record that I want to break? Bam! The heaviest vehicle lifted with breath, 2,520 pounds. You put a rescue lift underneath the car, you blow into that rescue lift as hard as you can. Try to lift a car that weighs 2,520 pounds.
How'd you come up with that idea?
How did I come up with that record? I did a show called Stanley's Superhuman Show to air this summer, and they asked me, Brian, is there anything you'd like to do that you haven't done? And I love trying stuff, so I thought, I'd like to see if I could lift a car off the ground. They said, can that be done? I said, I don't know, but I'd like to try. So we get on the show, put the rescue lift under a 2,500 pound car. They asked the garage owner, mechanic, what do you think about what this guy's going to do? They laughed at me. We watched two guys try to pick the car up and weren't able to do it. So I started blowing into this rescue lift and you start hearing the tires moving. It is an awesome feeling to know that you can do things that nobody else in the world can do. So that's the record I'd like to try to break, is 2,520 pounds. Maybe we could shoot for 2,600, 2,720 pounds. I'd like to break it.
How would it feel if you broke it?
How would you feel if I broke it? Knowing that you've done something that nobody in the world has ever done is an amazing feeling. When I go into the schools and churches and camps and try to talk to our kids, it's really nice to be able to tell them you got to push yourself, you got to try your gifts and talents. But by holding world records, not only do I tell them, I get to show them it doesn't matter how big or small you are, where you come from, the color of your skin, or how old you are. You have to learn how to push those gifts and talents as hard as you can. And by being a Guinness World Record holder, it's an amazing feeling.
How would it feel if you didn't make it?
If I did not break it. I haven't broke every world record I've ever tried, but I love trying. To give you an example, I've tried to blow up a weather balloon to 8 feet in 42 minutes. 2,661 breaths at one attempt. Still haven't broke that world record. I've tried to break the world record for the most candles blown out with one breath. Missed it by about 4. I think the current record is 151. I haven't broken every world record I've tried. In fact, when I broke the record for the fastest time to blow up a hot water bottle, it took me 7 years. And so it gives me things to share with the kids that even though it's not easy and it's not going to be handed to you and it's not going to happen overnight, it's like standing on a free throw line and your goal is to shoot that free throw. It's going to take you 7 years. How many people are willing to stand on that free throw line and keep trying after 7 years?
Do you think anybody else could do this?
Anybody else do it? Let's see, Hercules is gone. Samson's gone. I'm not saying that somebody else can't do it, but I know how hard it is. We have people all the time trying to blow up these little skinny balloons. It's a perfect example. Just because it looks easy doesn't mean it is. It is amazing how many people are not allowed to blow, or not able to blow these up. I can blow up 9 and 10 at the same time. In fact, when I was trying to blow up a weather balloon, part of my training, I blew up 250 of these in 21 minutes. I'm not saying somebody else can do it, but I like to see it.
How risky is this?
How risky? You know, I've blown up over 6,000 hot water balls in my career. I've been knocked out when one burst. I hit the ground. I've had injuries, different things happen. The amount of pressure when you're blown into a rescue lift and it has that much weight on it, you feel it all on your throat. You have to have the neck, the back, the shoulders, the arms, the hands to hold this thing so tight around your mouth that no air leaks, or you have to put that air back in there. And you know, holding all that pressure, if you were to hiccup or cough or let that air slip, that the air could go back into your lungs, and the possibility of rupturing your lungs is very serious. So it is very dangerous, but I take it very serious. It's the only time I get serious. I want to thank you guys for giving me the opportunity to share with you some of the things that I do. I hope that you consider the heaviest vehicle lifted with your breath, because I'd like to try to break that record somewhere, and we're better to break it than on a Guinness World Record show. I want to thank you guys for what you guys do. I've been honored with being in the 2010 Guinness book, the 2012 Guinness book, and it gives me more weapons to show the kids what's possible. I love going into these schools and asking the kids, you ever thought about going for a world record? Let's try it. And so I thank you for what you guys do, and I thank you for giving me the opportunity. And you choose to let me be on the show. I can't guarantee I'll break a world record, because there's no guarantees, but I will tell you this, I believe I can break that world record. Thank you guys.